Hello Paul and everyone from Guernsey Walking Football, and Pete and everyone from the Isle of Man Walking Football. I hope you have a fantastic time over the next couple of days and have some really enjoyable games. We're all very, very jealous of the fact that you can actually get out there and at least play. But then I suppose that's what comes from having an air bridge and having very safe communities. So all the best to all of you. I wish I was there. I was hoping to be able to get over and help you with refereeing and spotting and coaching and things like that, but it's not to be. But have a lovely couple of days. Wish I was there. All the best to everyone. Bye for now.
For us, it's the first time we've been away from the Isle of Man to play walking football. The very first time we actually played anyone outside of the Isle of Man was when Wales came over, and although we got well beaten, we enjoyed the experience of just playing with someone off island, and that's whetted our appetite now. So we want to do a lot more of this, and we've had a fantastic welcome from Guernsey so far, and we're looking forward to playing the game.
We've been through the FA organising walking football for about 9 years now, and it's just mushroomed and grown. The number of people that want to play, we don't even advertise it now, they're coming by word of mouth, but it's a fantastic thing. You've got loads of lads that used to play the game. They want to play every single week. Our players, they want to play 2 or 3 times a week. They're all getting on, unfortunately, like myself, but they're so keen. And the biggest thing I would say is the friendship and the good crack that we have, which used to be when we played when we were 30 odd, and now we're doing it when we're double that age. So it's been a fantastic experience. It's keeping everybody fit. It's keeping everyone involved in social things as well. It's not just the football. But yeah, it's been a fantastic thing, and I'd encourage anybody to come down and have a go. In the Isle of Man particularly, we've got all types of different abilities. The top teams that we have are pretty slick now, but yeah, suffice to say, it's been a great experience and one I wouldn't have missed at all.
When I started, I think there were about 10 people there, and we were enjoying it, as you would do with only a small gathering of 10 people. There were no real worries about rules. There was always the argument, as there is still, about whether someone's running or not. And I think really we just thought that it would be fantastic if we could develop it more, get more people playing, go overseas for tournaments. So for me, my own sort of goal in terms of the development of walking football in the Isle of Man is to get a whole spectrum, where at one end you've got people who maybe have never played walking football before, perhaps never even kicked a ball before, might be lonely, depressed, just have low self-esteem. To get those people out to play walking football, to see how much they can enjoy it. And then at the other end, we've got a league has started on the Isle of Man, so we play on Sunday evenings in a league, and that's a lot more competitive. There are younger people playing in that. Some of them are in their 40s, which is a bone of contention with some of our older players who think it's not a level playing field. But we included them because we just wanted to start it somewhere, and it will grow, and eventually we'll have different age groups. So it's all a question of just growing it, and the people who play in the Isle of Man, in our walking football team, so just a great bunch of people. I think by and large it's all about having fun. My early impressions are that I think both Guernsey and the Isle of Man governments have done a fantastic job in containing COVID. They closed their borders and they were very strict on it, and making sure that people observed quarantine, didn't break the lockdown rules, and that's resulted in both islands now being COVID free. And you only appreciate just how precious it is to have no social distancing when you're here like we are now in Guernsey, and when you're in the Isle of Man, you can go into the pubs, you don't have to worry about that.
Actually today, our Chief Minister was on the flight coming in. I'm not sure if he's having a holiday as well, but it just shows how popular it is. I mean, what a fantastic idea. 2 islands that have managed the virus really well, I think. Why not? Why not visit each other? I think it's a great idea, it really is, yeah.
The idea of the walking football is the exercise. I mean, most of us have got an illness or we've had an injury that we're getting over. I mean, I myself, I'm a type 1 diabetic, I've been for over 40 years, and I find this walking football certainly gets me fit, even though I do a lot of walking. But the exercise you get from it, and you know, everybody's cheering each other up, cheering us on. I mean, 1 or 2 have had nasty injuries, not through football, but they come back and we welcome and say, well, come on, let's get a grip, let's get on with it. Say the social side and the friendship. I mean, I'm a foreigner, I'm from Birmingham, But I find Guernsey folk and Guernsey itself couldn't pick a better place and a safe place. Even with all this horrible virus thing that we got now, we've been well looked after by Nicola Brink, who's a wonderful person. She told us what to do, what the orders were, we've done it, and look, and we can move about now between with the Isle of Man. We've got this lovely travel through that can go. We are wearing masks and goodness knows what. Yeah, wonderful, it's wonderful.
I mean, I've not been on a plane myself, no one has for 6 months. To come here is a great privilege. I think Guernsey and the Isle of Man have done a great job in containing what was looking quite desperate at one stage, but to think how well Guernsey did initially, and the Isle of Man government have done a great job, and I can't really say much more than that. They've done a fantastic job keeping everything contained, keeping everything under control, and it's allowed not just the football, obviously the cricket, and there's rugby been coming down, so that interlink, and you know, it's fantastic. And hopefully, well, I know that Guernsey Walking Football are coming to us, so we can return the hospitality and welcome everyone from Guernsey. So long may that bridge stay open. But yeah, so far we've been very, very impressed with Guernsey, and I'll be certainly advocating people think about it for a holiday.
It helps that the sun is selling it, but this is just fantastic. I mean, look at the change, and just look at it. I mean, it sells itself. You don't need words for that. Sunny day, why not? There's nothing better, is there? Really?
It turned out to be a 2-0 winner, but most of all, the social side, and hopefully the welcome we gave them, that they've enjoyed this. We certainly enjoyed ourselves. There are other players over 60, players over 50 and open age, and they'll be playing against the Isle of Man's other team they brought over. And we also start mixing the teams up, so everybody gets a game. I mean, people who've got health issues, they can come along, get in touch with Paul. You can go on the Facebook website, it's all there. They play most days or nights of the week. There's no excuse not to come, so come along. And what's also nice is the women can play. And there's 2 or 3 lady players here who are, yeah, they're a bit useful. They ought to be useful, and they come along and they enjoy it.
It's a big thing coming over here for us. It's the first tour, but we know also that Guernsey are playing in the World Cup, in the WFA World Cup next year, which we hope to do. And we also know that Guernsey have in Paul Wheatley a coach who's obviously going to take walking football to a higher level than perhaps we are at the moment. If that is the case, we're going to learn from it, because we need to raise our game in order to compete properly at the World Cup. So for us, everything is a learning experience, but it's more importantly, it's meeting new friends. And I think you can't ask for more than that at our age, to be playing walking football and enjoying the things that we did when we were 20 and getting the same buzz from it. It's just fantastic.
Fortunately, the Isle of Man have invited us over there. We go on the 9th of September to the 13th. We're playing them on the 10th in the return match, and I'm sure they'll have their sharpness back. I think there's 20 of us going over there. The players with the wives, which is nice. That's the idea of the football, is to get the family involved. I'm looking forward to the return and see if we can beat them there. That'd be nice.
This is the first trip off the island for the footballers. I'm sure it's not going to be the last. There's all sorts of tournaments. Pete Nash, our chairman, has mentioned previously about there's a World Cup in Manchester next year. I think there's a warm-up tournament here prior to that. Who can beat a weekend away and playing football and in good company like this and in good weather like this? What's not to like, really? It's fantastic. It really is.
Well done, Steve! Well done, White! Thank you.